are just a few minutes away from the tip-off. Georgia Highlands Chargers hosting East Georgia State Bobcats. About 2 minutes away from starting lineup for both teams. Should be a really good game tonight. If you are just now checking into the corral, we have not begun play yet. We are about 1 minute and 45 seconds away from the starting lineup for both teams, and then we would get it kicked off here live from the corral. East Georgia State Bobcats versus your Georgia Highlands Chargers. Good evening and welcome to the Corral, where visiting East Georgia State Bobcats will be taking on your Georgia Highlands Chargers. We're just a few seconds away from tip-off, and there we have it. The Bobcats come away with the first possession of the basketball game. Should be a really good contest tonight for the Chargers as Bobcats turn it over to Chris Wright. Khalil Warder gets the ball up, and he almost turns it back over. Good save by Derek Cook. Over to Carl Johnson, back up top to Wright for the Chargers. And we have a high screen and roll from Khalil. And we get a turnover right there by the Chargers. Pull-up jump shot is up and good. That's Tyan Stuckey with the mid-range jumper. Chris Wright thinks about it, but backs it back out. Over to Waters. Water pulls up a three. Three ball is blocked that time. Great block by Mamadou Singatai. 3-point shot is up and good. Lamont Ballard Jr. for three. For the Bobcats. Quickly back up the court. Carl Johnson who misses the layup. And the Bobcats are quickly back into the front court. Shot attempt goes up. And we get a foul call here.
Personal foul for the Highlands, number 1, Latif Harris. His first personal foul, first team foul.
That foul's on Latif Harris.
Number 5, Mamadou Singatai.
Quickly off the bench is Dominic Ham. First free throw is up and good for Mamadou. And Ham will come in for Harris. Second free throw is up and good as well. So, just like that, it's a 7-point advantage by the visiting Bobcats from East Georgia State. As Chris Wright brings the ball into the front court and loses it out of bounds. The ball will go back over to the Bobcats. Near steal that time by Chris Wright. And we get a traveling 2-minute steps that time by Tyler Rhodes. Excuse me, that's Quintarius Murray with steps. Chargers ball. Well, Chargers have the ball out of bounds on the sideline here. It's like we have a malfunction with the shot clock. And there we go. We have the shot clock ready now. The ball is thrown in. Cook has the ball up top for the Chargers. Let's see if we can get a basket here. See if he can take advantage of the big guy. And he does with the crossover and right-hand lay-in by Derek Cook. Catching the Bobcats on a switch. If you're just checking into the corral here in the contest, we have the visiting Bobcats with a 5-point lead advantage ahead of the Chargers here. Early in the contest, it's 7-2 with 17:49 left to play in the first half. And it's Bobcats ball. Shot attempt goes up. And we get a foul on Khalil Waters. That's sending Tyan Stuckey to the free throw line. That's the second team foul on the Chargers as Stuckey knocks in the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. So Stuckey knocks in a pair of free throws as Chris Wright brings the ball into the front court. See if we can get another basket here. Great move that time by the lefty, and he gets fouled. Who's that foul on? I think it's number 1, yes, Dallas Jacks. And that's Jack's first personal foul, team's first foul. Sending Chris Wright to the free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good for Wright. Second free throw is good as well. So Chris Wright knocks in a pair of free throws, and the score is 8-4. As the Chargers comes out with the full court press here. Ball goes into Quintarius Murray. He knocks in the lay-in. Carl Johnson quickly back into the front court for the Chargers. Over to Ham, down into Waters. And a steal that time. Tyan Stuckey with the steal and right hand layup, no good. Rebound to the Chargers. That's Derek Cook with the rebound. Over to Waters, who pulls up, gets the shot blocked, and lay-in on the rejection by Carl Johnson. Great job that time by Johnson. We got Dominic Ham with the personal foul on Quintarius Murray, who sinks the lay-in and gets a chance for a three-point play. Free throw is up, no good. Rebound to Harris of the Chargers as he brings the ball into the front court. Over to Ham. Ham rises up for the three. Three ball, no good. Rebound to the Chargers. And Harris gets fouled by Quintarius Murray on the reach in. And it will be a 2-shot foul. First free throw is up and good for Harris. 16:26 left to play in the first half. The score is 12-7 in favor of the visiting Bobcats from East Georgia State. Second free throw is up and no good. Rebound to the Bobcats as they bring the ball into the front court. Three-point shot attempt is up, no good. Rebound to the Chargers. That's Wright. Brings the ball into the front court. Over to Cook. Wright thinks about a three. Now he lines up the three-point shot. Three-point shot up and good. The lefty with the step back three. And that brings it, cuts the deficit to 2 points. Shot up, no good. And we get a jump ball here. Score is 12-10 in favor of the Bobcats over your Georgia Highlands Chargers with 15:35 left to play in the first half. Wright brings the ball into the front court. Over to Johnson. The high screen and roll. And we got a hold right here on Richard Matthews. Battling down low with David Greer. Chargers get the ball into front court. Let's see. Chris Wright has the ball up top. And here comes the high screen roll by Greer. We have a mismatch here. And we get a turnover right there. Quickly into the front court of the Bobcats. Layup up, no good. Rebound to the Chargers. And that's Harris that brings the ball into the front court. Throws it off the hands of Dominic Ham. And we get a block right here by Dominic Ham. Bobcats have the ball in the half-court set here. And that's Dallas Jacks with the ball up top. Looks like he took steps there. And we get a foul call on Carl Johnson. And we get some substitutions in for the Chargers. That's Derek Cook and Khalil Waters coming back in for the Chargers. As the Bobcats survey the court. Shot attempt up, no good. Rebound to Carl Johnson of the Chargers. Over to Derek Cook. Cook rises up for the mid-range jump shot, a little short. And the Bobcats have the ball back into the front court. Three-point shot lined up. The three-point shot is up and good by Tyan Stuckey. Harris with the step back three. No good for the lefty. No ball movement that time by the Chargers. And get a layup on the other end. That is Jalen Bussey. And the lead is pushed back out to 7 by the Bobcats. Get a travel that time by Cook. 3-point shot up and no good. Out of bounds to Georgia Highlands. Derek Cook brings the ball into the front court for the Chargers. Over to Carl. Johnson lines up the three. Three ball up, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats. And they turn the ball back over to the Chargers. .45 left to play in the game. In the first half, the score is 17-10 in favor of the visiting Bobcats from East Georgia. Cook gets the ball, goes into the lane, off the horn set, and scores the ball with the left hand. As Tyon Stuckey brings the ball into the front court for the Bobcats. Three ball is up, and the three ball is good by Richard Matthews. And the Bobcats come out shooting the ball extremely well from behind the arc. Waters lines up a three, and it's a little off. Harris gets the rebound. Goes up with the left hand, kisses it off the glass for 2. Great job that time on offensive rebound by Harris to accept the contact and play through it to finish with the left hand lay-in. It's a 6-point game. Shot attempt up, no good. Khalil comes down with the rebound over to Cook, and Cook is up at the free throw line over to Johnson, and let's see what Johnson does with it. Over to Cook. Cook lines up the three. Three balls up, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats, and that's Tyon Stuckey, the guard for the Bobcats. Three-point shot attempt up and good. That's Richard Matthews for 3. Khalil gets fouled right there. And that foul will be on Richard Matthews as the Chargers go to the high-low set, gets the ball to Khalil, and he makes something happen with the basketball. Chris Wright back into the game. Harris lines up a three. 3-point up, and 3-point is good. Great job that time by Harris with the 3-point shot.
Personal foul, Georgia Highlands. Number 12, Eric Houston. His first
Eric Houston with the foul for Georgia Highlands on the dribble drive penetration. Three-point shot is up, and it is good. Lamont Ballard Jr. for 3. As the Bobcats continue their hot shooting from the 3-point line. Khalil Waters goes to the left hand, up and good. Khalil Waters. And the foul will be on number 5, Mamadou Singatai. And we got a timeout by the Chargers here. Khalil Waters will be at the free throw line to complete or try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. There's 9:35 left to go in the first half. The score is 25-20 in favor of the Bobcats. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We're having problems with the score clock here, but it's 9:39 left to play in the first half. We have a full timeout by the Chargers. The score is 26-19 in favor of the visitors from East Georgia State. And the Bobcats are coming out shooting the ball in an alarming percentage from the three-point line tonight in this contest, early in the contest. And they have a team full of guys that can really shoot the ball from long range. Khalil calmly knocks in the three-point play on the free throw. And the Chargers are hanging around 6-point disadvantage here to get a steal. Quickly into the court is Houston. In front court is Houston, who loses the ball on the way up. Euro step, no good. Harris comes out with the rebound. Over to right, back to Harris, and the two lefties. And the basket by Leaf Harris. We get a steal there by Chris Wright, who misses the lay-in. Looks like he got fouled there on the lay-in and tip. And we get a foul on Houston. Carl Johnson back into the game for the Chargers, and we have Dallas Jacks at the free throw line. Free throw is up, and three-point play is completed right there by Dallas Jacks. As Chris Wright has the ball in the front court for the Chargers. Over to Johnson, and the skip pass over to Wright, who lines up a three. Three balls up, and no good. Bobcats come up with the rebound. And a coast-to-coast lay-in that time by Tyan Stuckey. Nobody stops the ball on the full court transition basket by Stuckey. Cook takes the ball through the lane, sees the contact, scores the basket, and he gets fouled by Tyan Stuckey. Great read that time by Derek Cook. Notice that he had a smaller defender on him. Stuckey tried to come over to help, but he was a step too late. Reaches in, gets the foul, sending Derek Cook to the free throw line to complete three the hard way. And he calmly knocks in the free throw. With 8:09 left to play in the first half, the score is 31-25 in favor of the East Georgia State Bobcats. And we'll get an offensive foul that time. Quintarius Murray using a little bit too much body. So Chris Wright will bring the ball into the front court for the Chargers. See if we can get a mismatch here and exploit it with Derek Cook. Johnson lines up the three. Three-point shot is up, and three-point shot is good by Johnson. And we get a lay-in on the other end. Khalil gets it in the post, goes up, and we got a back and forth affair here with the lay-in by Khalil Waters. And it's a three-point game here with 7:15 left to play in the first half. Stuckey with the pump fake, no good, and gets the lay-in to number 11, Datrian Robinson, and quickly into the front court are the Chargers. Johnson lines up a three, no good. Stuckey brings the ball into the front court here. As we get the shot clock situation handled, the Bobcats get the ball. And that is Dallas Jacks, closely guarded by Johnson. Here comes the double team. Stuckey lines up a three. Three balls up. No good. Waters skying for the rebound for the Chargers. Johnson brings it into the front court. Drops it off to Waters. And Waters turns it over. And he blocks it on the other end. Pump fake and up and good by Mamadou for the Bobcats. Chris is called for the player control foul.
Offensive foul, Georgia Highlands, number 3, Chris Wright. His first personal foul, 17.
And we get a timeout by Coach Gaffney. It's a 30-second timeout with 6:19 left to play. It's a 7-point game. The score is 37-30 in favor of the visiting Bobcats from East Georgia State over the Georgia Highlands Chargers. The Chargers are trying to battle through a bunch of injuries. They have an injury-riddled season so far in the first half of the season. Have Michael Bias is out. You also have Fahim Brown that is out. You have Mason Green is out as well. And Jalen Knight. All key components for the Chargers that are on IR and are probably done for the rest of the season. Tough break for the Chargers. But let's see what we can do with 4 guards and a big. Shot up and it is blocked by Amid Bryant. 6'6" sophomore with the block that time on Harris. Ham lines up a three. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats. And a turnover to the Bobcats. Waters gets it and throws it in with 2 hands. Great job that time around the court by Waters. Great find by Cook. And we get a quick timeout right here by Coach Leroy Jordan of the Bobcats. And he calls a full timeout with 5:51 left to play in the first half. The score is 37-30 in favor of the Bobcats over your Georgia Highlands Chargers. We will be back in just a second. And we're back here after the timeout, and the Bobcats have the ball in the backcourt. And the trap here by the Chargers. Deflection right here by Harris. The Bobcats have it sideline out of bounds. And Stuckey with the ball in the front court for the Bobcats. Over to Dallas Jackson. Stuckey being closely guarded by Johnson. And we get a turnover right here by Harris of the Chargers over to Cook. Let's see if we can get Ham to get a couple of open looks. And Ham lines it up. 3 balls up. No good. And we get Khalil Waters picks up his second personal foul.
His second personal foul. 18 foul. At the free throw line for East Georgia State, number 5, Mamadou Singh, shooting 1 and 1.
Mamadou is at the free throw line shooting 1-on-1. He misses the 1-on-1. Rebound to the Chargers. And that's Carl Johnson with the lay-in. And quickly up the court is Johnson for the deuce. Stuckey brings the ball into the front court. And we get a reverse lay-in that time by Ahmed Bryant. Looks like he got away with a few steps that time. Harris lines up a 3. 3 ball is up. No good. Bobcats with the rebound. Running the floor, and we get another lay-in by Bryant. Kaheem Knight has the ball up top on the horn set. Over to David Greer. Greer goes in with the right hand, strong layup by David Greer.
Go ahead, David. Oh!
And we get a foul on Carl Johnson. Looked like a clean block to me that time, but got bailed out by the whistle. Free throw is up and no good by Bryant. So Carl will have to sit down with 2 personal fouls. Houston comes back in with 2 personal fouls as well. Second free throw is up, no good. David with the rebound, and Chris Wright brings the ball into the front court, and Chris is trying to play it through some injuries, nagging injuries as well. I noticed him the other day in practice, very gimpy. Has a little limp in his movement tonight. And Derek Cook is nursing some injuries as well. He's gingerly running back up the floor with the floater. 3:15 left to play in the first half. The score is 41-38. And with all the injury problems and foul problems for the Chargers, they are still right there in this game. As we get a turnover here by Harris. As the Bobcats have the ball in the front court, shot attempt, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats, no good. Cook skies for the rebound, over to Harris. Tonight, no good. Harris battles for the rebound, and we get a tie ball here, and it's going to go back over to the Bobcats. Bobcats bring the ball into the front court here. It's Dallas Jacks. It's Houston guarding, and Jacks turns it over. Houston quickly into the front court. And nearly a steal. That's Harris with the ball up top for the Chargers. Lines up for 3, no good. Out to Cook. Cook lines up for 3, no good. Shot attempt up and out of play. Ball goes back over to the Bobcats. .150 left to play in the first half. The score is 41-38 in favor of the Bobcats. Stuckey with a 3-point shot. Up, no good. Harris with the rebound. Up to Houston. Over to Cook. Cook goes in with the right hand and lays it softly off the glass. Derek Cook is probably going to have to take over the game in the second half. Cook is a big guard. I know he's battling some injuries, but he's just going to have to take the game over in the second half because we're down a lot of players. And he has the skill set to do it. 3-point shot is up and good by Richard Matthews. As the Chargers have the ball in the front court here. And that's Harris with the ball up top. Lefty goes up. Mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats, and they're quickly into the front court. And that's Stuckey. Survey in the court. Over to Hicks. Shot attempt up, no good. Rebound to the Chargers. And just off the fingertips of Harris. 35.6 seconds left to play in the first half. The score is 44-40 in favor of the Bobcats from East Georgia State. Stuckey that has the ball in the front court, and he blows past Leaf Harris for the lay-in. Three-point shot attempt up, no good by Harris. And we will go into the half, 46-40. The visitors from East Georgia State Bobcats in front of your Georgia Highlands Chargers by 6 points. So we're seconds away from the beginning of the second half here. Leading scorers in the first half, we have Tyan Stuckey with 10 points for East Georgia State, followed by Richard Matthews with 9 points. And for the Chargers, they were led by Derek Cook with 11 points, followed by Lateef Harris with 8. Khalil and Carl Johnson both have 7 points each. And it's a 6-point advantage for the Bobcats as the Chargers turn the ball over on the first possession. Headed into the second half here. Let's see if we can get a defensive stop right here. Pump fake, shot attempt goes up, and it is good. And a steal. That foul was on Lamont Ballard Jr. with the offensive foul. Actually, that was number 5, Mamadou Singata. Singatai. Cook has the ball for the Chargers, goes to the left, rises up, shot attempt up, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats. And they're quickly into the front court. That's Mamadou with the right hand lay-in. Nobody able to get in front of Mamadou that time, so he goes all the way.
Come on, man.
Khalil goes in, shoots the left hand lay-in, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats, and 3 trips down the floor by the Chargers with no buckets yet. Johnson in for the lay-in, no good, gets fouled, and that was on Lamont Ballard Jr. Carl Johnson at the free throw line misses the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good by Johnson. And it's a 9-point advantage by the Bobcats of East Georgia State. Laying up, no good. Chargers quickly out with the ball into the front court. Johnson lines up a 3 balls up, no good. Rebound to Stuckey of the Bobcats as he slows it down and brings the ball into the front court. And we get a foul here on the reach in. Derek Cook with the foul.
Personal foul toward the Highlands, number 0, Derek Cook. His first personal foul, first team foul. At the free throw line for East Georgia State, number 35, Quintarius Murray, shooting 2.
First free throw is up and no good by Quintarius Murray. Second free throw is good by Murray. As Knight has the ball for the Chargers. Horn set here. Johnson gets the ball, goes up, no good. And we get a jump ball. It's going to be over to the Bobcats. Shot attempt up, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats. And we'll get a lay-in by Lamont Ballard Jr. Quickly into the front court goes Harris for the Chargers. Left-hand lay-in, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats. And the Chargers have just went completely cold right here in the beginning of the second half. And we'll get another lay-in, and that's Murray. And we may see a timeout, but we get a turnover here. And Coach Gaffney is just going to let them play through it. Three-point shot up, no good. And we get a foul call on. It's like Stuckey with the reach-in foul.
Personal foul, East Georgia State, number 12. Aaron Stuckey, his second personal foul. Third team foul.
And we get Dominic Ham and David Greer in for the Chargers. See if we can get some matchup corrections here. Let's see what Khalil can do. Lines up for three. Three ball is up. And that's actually two. The Bobcats quickly into the front court. Three ball is up and good. That shot is made by Lamont Ballard Jr.
Correction, that was a 2-point basket. On number 2.
So with 16:24 left to play in the game, the score is 55-48 in favor of the Bobcats from East Georgia. Correction is 58-48. Correction is 58-43. And the Chargers will have the ball on the side, out of bounds. And let's see if Derek Cook can get going here for the Chargers. They need a spark from Cook. He tries to lay in, gets the ball blocked. Great defense that time by Richard Matthews. Three-point shot attempt up, and it is good. Lamont Ballard Jr. for three. As the Bobcats have opened it up. .16:03 left to play in the game. The score is 61-43 in favor of the visitors from East Georgia State Bobcats. And they continue to shoot at a blistering rate from the three-point line here in the second half of play. In the first half, the Bobcats shot 66.7% from the three-point line. And the Chargers just have to do a better job at guarding people. Right now, just where you just have to stay calm and just do what you've been doing all season long, and that is being up people and You know, you may not get the turnovers that you want, but you have to guard and contest shots. As the Chargers get the ball right here, with 16 minutes left to play in this game, and they need a basket desperately. Only scored 3 points since halftime, and Dominic Ham rises up for the 2. Hopefully that'll get him started. As the Bobcats get the ball in the front court. Three-point shot is up and good. Lamont Ballard Jr. for 3 again. Ham lines up a 3. A little strong on that 3-point shot. The Bobcats are out and running. And the lay-in is good by Ballard Jr. And the Bobcats have opened up a commanding lead here on the Chargers. And we have a lot of time left to go in this game, but the Chargers have to get going right now. No time to wait. Chris Wright with the shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, high off the glass. David gets the rebound, no good. Ham gets the rebound, and we get a foul here. Looks like that's going to be on Stuckey, and it is on Stuckey. Tyon Stuckey with the rebound.
His third personal foul, 14th foul. At the line for Georgia Highlands, number 4, Dominic Ham.
Dominic Ham is at the free throw line, shooting 2. Dominic knocks in 2 free throws for the Chargers. As the Chargers coming out with the full court press. And we get a traveling call here. Khalil rises up with the mid-range jump shot, and it is good. Shot attempt up, no good. And the rebound by the Chargers, and that's Harris. Waters with the rebound. Oh, it's a Grill. Grill goes up with the two-handed under his dunk. And Leroy Jordan calls a timeout for East Georgia State Bobcats. And there's life in the Chargers right here in the last minute of this game here. With 13:53 left to play in the contest, it's 66-51 in favor of the Bobcats of East Georgia State over your Georgia Highlands Chargers. And the Chargers would like to get another turnover here. See if they can turn the Bobcats over.
Oh, get it.
Great defense that time by the Chargers as they come in the full court press. And the Bobcats get the ball in the front court. And we get a foul call. Khalil Waters with the foul.
Number 13, Khalil Waters. His third personal foul. Second.
I don't know about that foul. Looked like a clean block from here by Waters.
Georgia State, number 15, Steve Bryant.
Ball don't lie. Amid Bryant with the missed free throw, and he has one more. Because it looked like a clean block. That's why I said ball don't lie. Ball don't lie, because he's going to miss this one too. Oh, he knocks down the second free throw. So he gets 1 out of 2. And 67-51 in favor of the Bobcats. And let's see what Cook has right here for the Chargers. Or can we get Ham an open look? Oh, we're going to get it into Khalil. Khalil goes up and lays it in as Khalil Waters starts to start it up. Shots up, no good. Rebound by Johnson, and he's quickly into the front court. Over to Ham. Ham for 3. Shot's no good. Great job by Carl keeping it alive. And we get a lay-in that time by Dallas Jacks for the Bobcats. Johnson lines up a 3. 3 balls up. No good. Johnson gets his own rebound, goes up. Shot gets blocked. And we get the foul on Amid Bryant.
At the free throw line for Georgia Highlands, number 20, Carl Johnson, shooting 2.
First free throw is no good by Johnson. See if he can knock down 1 out of 2. And he knocks in the second free throw. Near steal right there by Johnson. As the Chargers come out with their full court man-to-man, full court press there, a 1-2-1-1. 3 balls up, no good. As the Chargers fight for it and come up with it. And a near turnover, but it will stay with the Chargers. Great job defensively that time by the Chargers, and great deflection by Lamont Ballard that time getting a hand on the ball. On the long pass by Dominic Ham. Derek Cook has the ball up top for the Chargers as he goes to work to the left side with the left hand and lays it in with the left hand. And Cook has all the skills to make a big difference in this game. And we get a steal that time by Cook. Over to Ham. Ham lines up a 3. Chargers are back into this contest here. Shot attempt up, no good. And we get a goaltending that time by Khalil Waters. Basket is good by Amid Bryant. As Cook brings the ball into the front court for the Chargers. Over to Waters. Waters goes up the right hand and gets contact by Amid Bryant. And Khalil will go to the free throw line for the Chargers.
At the free throw line for Georgia Highlands, number 13, Khalil Waters, shooting 2.
First free throw is up and good by Waters. And Khalil calmly knocks in 2 free throws. And the score is 71-58 in favor of the Bobcats. And we get a block by Waters. And Waters with the steal. Jump ball, and it's going to be over to the Chargers. Chargers ball. Great defense that time by the Chargers. And the Chargers are battling back slowly but surely into this basketball game. We're down by as many as 21 at one point and have battled back to just a 13-point deficit. A 12-point deficit, that is. As the Bobcats come out in a zone defense.
Come on. Oh, my God.
Shot attempt up, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats. And here comes the trap and a steal. Almost a steal that time by Khalil. And we get a lay-in that time by Richard Matthews. Cook thinks about a 3. Over to Johnson. Johnson lines up a 3. 3 balls up. No good. Johnson gets a second try at it. 3 balls up and good. Carl Johnson for 3. And we got 1 Dallas Jacks. Sending Carl Johnson to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Free throws up and good by Johnson. With 9:43 left to play in the game, the score is 73-62 in favor of the Bobcats. Second free throw is up and good. So Johnson knocks in a pair of free throws, and it is a 10-point game. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Waters. Water gets it out to Harris. Back over to Waters. Over to Johnson. 3 balls up, no good.
Why they throwing it to him?
Bobcats ball on the baseline here with 9:15 left to go in the game. 73-63 is the score. And turnover that time by the Bobcats. Johnson quickly into the front court, goes up and gets fouled. And that foul is on Richard Matthews with the reach in, sending Johnson back to the free throw line.
At the line, Georgia Highlands, number 20, Carl Johnson.
First free throw is in and out. Halfway in and pops out on that one. Second free throw is up and no good as well by Johnson. So Johnson comes up empty on the free throw line that time for the Chargers. The Chargers come out with a full court man-to-man trap. Stuckey pulls up for the mid-range jump shot, no good. Chris Wright battles for the rebound and comes up with it. And quickly into the front court. Over to Ham. Ham lines up a 3. 3 balls up and 3 ball is good. Dominique Ham for 3.
Let's go defense, man. Defense. Back track, man.
Shot him up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Comes up to.
No!
And
God.
we get a turnover right here by the Bobcats. And we get a foul at that time by Lamont Ballard Jr. as the Chargers have some life here with 8:16 left to go in this contest. The score is 73-66.
Team 10.
Chris Wright knocks in the first of 2 free throws. Second free throw is up and good. 5-point game here late in the contest. Layup up, no good. Georgia Highlands quickly into the front court, and that's Cook. And Khalil with the thunderous dunk. Khalil Waters with the thunderous putback for the Georgia Highlands Chargers. And we get a 3-second violation. 3-second violation, and we get a timeout here called by Coach Jordan of the East Georgia State Bobcats. If you missed that play, that was a great play on the follow, two-handed throwdown by Khalil Waters of Georgia Highlands. And we have a 3-point game here with 7:45 left to play in the contest. 73-70 is the score. Chargers have the basketball. Ham lines up a three. 3 balls up, and the 3 ball is good. Dominique Ham for 3.
Oh, yeah, he out. Like the stopper.
Great defense, right? Great defense that time by the Chargers. We get a player control foul here on Cameron Miller. And we have a tie ball game, folks, with 7:22 left to play in the game. 73-all is the score. Chris Wright brings the ball into the front court for the Chargers. Over to Ham. Over to Waters. Water lines up a 3. 3 balls up. No good. Ham pressing the basketball in the backcourt. And we get a foul on Dominic Ham. As the Bobcat gets the ball in, they're coming into the front court here. And a steal that time by Chris Wright. Wright goes in with the left-hand layup, no good. Johnson with the follow in, and it is good. And we get a timeout by Coach Jordan of the East Georgia State Bobcats as the Chargers have taken a 2-point advantage here with 6:37 left to play in the game. And they did it starting off with great defense on their full-court press and followed up by great play by Khalil Waters, the shooting of Dominique Ham, the shooting of Chris Johnson, and the Chargers have taken the lead again back from the Bobcats. Bobcats have the ball here in the backcourt. And we get a foul on Carl Johnson. And Chief Harris will have to come back in the game for Johnson, who picks up his 4th foul. And Stuckey that has the ball up top. Shot attempt up and blocked by Khalil. Over to Cook. Over to Ham. Ham lines up a 3. And it's called for travel. Too many steps that time by Ham, who was trying to line up a 3-point shot. Shot attempt up, no good. And the Chargers are quickly into the front court, and that's Ham that has the ball. Get it over to Wright, and let's settle down and get a good shot right here. As the Chargers get into their half-court set. Chris Wright has the ball up top, over to Cook, who drives baseline, goes up, and receives the contact and knocks in the basket. Derek Cook with the lay-in, and the foul is on Amid Bryant. Cook goes to the line to shoot 1 to complete the 3-point play. And Cook knocks in the free throw to complete 3 the hard way. And the Chargers are out with their 1-2, 1-1 full court press. And they get a steal. Harris gets it, goes up. Derek Cook gets it, goes up again, and scores it. Derek Cook, and the Chargers are battling on the glass and just outworking the Bobcats right now. Near steal by the Chargers. Quintarius Murray with the lay-in. Looks like he got away with a few steps that time. Cook has the ball up top, goes in, receives the contact, misses the shot, and the Bobcats get the rebound. Near steal about that time.
Don't do it.
Shot attempt up, no good. Blocked by Khalil Water, and Cook comes out with the ball. Up to Chris, over to Khalil, and we get a foul call. And that foul is going to be on 14, Lamont Ballard Jr. with a foul. And that will send Waters to the free throw line.
At the free throw line for Georgia Highlands, number 13, Khalil Waters, shooting 2.
Free throw is up and good by Waters. .457 left to play in the game. The score is 81-75 and 82-75, that is, after Water knocks in 2 free throws. And another steal. This time it's Harris with the steal. Goes in with the left hand lay-in for the deuce. And the Bobcats are having problems with the press here from the Chargers. And if you can't handle the press by the Chargers, then you're in for a world of trouble. And the dunk attempt up and no good by Murray. And the ball is just not falling for the Bobcats right now in the second half of play. Chris Wright has the ball for the Chargers in the backcourt as he brings it into the front court and gives it over to Derek Cook. Let's see what Cook has a mismatch here. Lines up a 3. 3 ball is up, and 3 ball is good. Derek Cook for three, and we get a traveling call on Dallas Jacks. And the East Georgia State Bobcats are totally falling apart right here in the second half of play. The Chargers have an 8-point advantage after being down by 22 points in the second half. Cook gets the ball on the inbounds, and we get a push right here. That's on Mamadou Singate with the violation, sending Derek Cook to the free throw line. And Cook will have two shots with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the game. Free throw is up and good by Cook. Second free throw is up and good by Cook as well. And the Chargers are back in their 1-2-1-1 press. We get a foul right here. Blocking foul on Chris Wright.
His third personal foul, 17th foul. At the free throw line for East Georgia State, number 30, Brendan Robinson, shooting 1-1.
And we have 1-1 right here for East Georgia. Free throw is up and no good. Harris with the rebound. Back to Wright. Over to Cook. Over to Khalil. Khalil goes in, lays it in with the left hand. And we get goaltending right there. Khalil Waters with the lay-in. And here come the Chargers with relentless pressure on the ball. Shot attempt goes up. Almost a block that time by Waters. The lay-in is good. Cook has the ball into the front court. Cook goes through the lane and with the right hand lay-in. And Derek Cook is slowly starting to take over this basketball game late in the second half of this contest. Shot up, no good. Waters with the rebound. Over to Wright. And the lefty brings the ball into the front court for the Chargers. Great pass that time by. And we get a technical foul here. That technical foul is on Tyan Stuckey. We get a foul on Tyan Stuckey, well, technical foul on Tyan Stuckey.
Also, technical foul, number 12, Tyan Stuckey.
So Stuckey got the foul and the technical foul. So Khalil Waters will step to the free throw line to shoot the technical foul.
Number 13, Khalil Waters, 2 shots.
First free throw is up and good by Khalil. With 2 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the basketball game, the score is 94-77 in favor of the Chargers over the visitors from East Georgia State. Khalil knocks in both technical free throws. And Lateef Harris will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw is up and good. So Harris knocks in 2 free throws. And here come the Chargers with that full court pressure defense. And we get a foul on Chris Wright with the block. Actually, it's on Carl Johnson. That was his 5th personal foul. Dominic Ham comes in for Johnson. First free throw is up and good by Dallas Jacks. 2:46 left to play. The score is 97-78 in favor of your Georgia Highlands Chargers. Second free throw is up and it is good as well. Chargers have the ball in the backcourt. That's Lateef Harris, the lefty, over to the other lefty. That's Chris Wright. Wright has the ball up top, over to Ham. And Cook has the ball up top now, back over to Lateef Harris. The lefty goes in, strong left hand drive, and lays it up with the left hand. And a near steal right there by Cook. Bobcats bring the ball into the front court, and they throw it away. And Lateef Harris has the ball in the backcourt for the Chargers. Over to Chris Wright, who has had a solid contest today. Back over to Harris. Out to Ham for 3. 3 ball is up. No good. Rebound ball will go back over to the Bobcats. It's 99-79 in favor of the Chargers. And folks, if you're just now tuning in, it has been a 40-point turnaround in this game in the last 13 and a half minutes. The Chargers were down by 22. Now they are up by 18 points. And great block that time by Waters. Up to Lateef. Lateef goes up with the two-handed dunk. Lateef Harris gets up off the floor and dunks the ball. Shot attempt up, no good. Rebound and put back by Emory Johnson for the Bobcats. Cook has the ball, brings it into the front court. And Cook has the ball on the baseline. With 40 seconds left to play in the game, the score is 101-83. Shot attempt by him, no good. Rebound by the Chargers. And they're just going to play keep away. Cook lines up a three. Three ball is up, no good. Rebound to Ham, and that will do it. And that's the end of the game, folks. It's 101-83 in favor of your Georgia Highlands Chargers over the visiting Bobcats from East Georgia State. Thank you for coming out to the corral tonight, and we shall see you on Saturday. Or next Wednesday, I'm sorry.